And what movie are we talking about? Death of a Unicorn.
Yeah, Death of a Unicorn. What a title! And I promise you, the movie was just as outrageous as the title. Shout out to A24.
Yeah. Shout out A24. If you listen to our instant reaction with the monkey, you know that Dustin and I were on complete opposite pages. And if you listen to Death of a Unicorn, me and Dustin are on complete opposite pages. But flip that, like what is that Missy Elliott song? Flip it,
Put the
reverse
thing
it.
down, flip it, and reverse it.
Yeah. I'm not a big fan of this movie. Like, I appreciated some of the acting performances. I thought a lot of the camera work was really. Oh, fuck. Locke had great camera work, too. I
Oh
love the
yeah,
camera work in the car. Just throwing that out there. I thought the
yeah.
camera work for Death of a Unicorn was good. Like, the movie looks good. Like, it's very well acted. I like the sound design, all that stuff. But, we talking about I'm getting a little tired of the Eat the Rich movies. Not that I'm saying it's not a good message, but I don't know. It's just Cinema Joe. I'm sure you've heard of him on TikTok. He's really big and popular now. I really agree with him a lot. Like, I like Paul Rudd, but his character he sucked. Like he's not likable in this movie at all. Like, he's just a simp to these rich people and chooses them over his daughter the whole movie.
We
And
see that every day.
I'm skipping the general thoughts. I just wasn't a big fan. Go ahead. We'll get into the cons in a minute.
All right, good. Pass the baton. We see that every day. How many people do you know that pay their $8 on X and then are just underneath Elon Musk tweets just yes daddy. Who, like, they don't care what he's saying. Paul Rudd represents that kind of person. The people that just want the clout, they just want the trickle down morsels that fall off the plates of the rich. That's what Paul Rudd wants. Not Paul Rudd,
Yeah.
his character in the movie.
God, it was like,
Elliot.
man, have some pride, man. All right, all right, that was my positives. I gave my positives before I started rambling. What are your positives, Dustin? I'm sorry.
I
I
liked it.
just
I liked it, man. I liked it a lot. See, you said you didn't like the comedy. I thought the comedy was great. I texted you. Anthony Kerrigan is one of my favorite comedic actors. Like, he played Victor Zsasz in Gotham, great show. He played NoHo Hank in one of the best shows HBO ever made, Barry. I think that he is so funny. Like, his delivery is so dry, and he just he seems like this guy that's not even trying to be funny. He's just like, he's the punching bag in this movie. He's the punching bag of these rich people, and like, that's just how he is. He's like, okay, like every time they yell at him, he's like, I'm right here. But I think that Jenna Ortega was fine. I'll be honest with you, I liked her in this more than I liked her in Beetlejuice. I said it when we did that instant reaction. I don't think that she was her normal self in that one. I don't think that she did anything that made me say, I'm glad Jenna Ortega was in that. I thought she was good in this one. Paul Rudd, he plays the dad character so well. I agree his character did suck. For those reasons we talked about. It seems like his family's second. He's just all about his career and trying to get money. But then I do think he has a nice redemption arc. Like, the third act, he tells his daughter the only reason he's doing this is because he made a promise to her dying mother that he would do everything in his power, no matter what it was, to make sure she never wanted for anything. And then once the crap hits the fan, he does have that. He does change. Like, you see that he realizes, and fear is a heck of a motivator. Like, he thought he was going to die. So, but I thought that was good. I thought the CG unicorns, can't believe I said that, but I think the CG unicorns looked better than the CG animals that we got in Gladiator 2. How does that
hell yeah,
happen?
hell yeah.
How do you let that happen? I don't. Let me see if it's even listed. See what a budget is on this one.
Nowhere near Gladiator 2.
$15 million. Okay, Gladiator 2 had a budget of, I'm guessing, $200 million at least.
Yeah, nine
250
figures.
million. 250 million. So with that fraction of a budget, they were able to make these unicorns look much better than those stupid monkey dogs we got in Gladiator 2. That's a side rant. I thought Will Poulter was a scene stealer. Every scene he was in, he commanded attention. And this, I joke with you and the group chat, and I've said it on the show before. I'm not really joking when I say that Dakota Johnson, I'm sorry I'm going here, but my issue with her is she has no screen presence to me. Like, she it's like you have to look for her in the scene, even if she's the only person on screen. That's the feeling I get when I see Dakota Johnson act. And I don't mean to crap on her. I'm just using an example. Will Poulter could be in the background of a scene, but I gravitate towards him. That guy's a star. I love Will Poulter, and I want to see him do more serious stuff because his comedic work is. He was funny in Midsommar, which was not a funny movie. He's been hilarious in like everything. We're the Millers. He was the funniest part of that movie, and then this, he was the funniest part of the movie. I think that the supporting cast was good as well. I think that Sunita Mani and Steve Park, the two doctors, I thought they were good, just like subtly funny. Tia Leone and Richard Grant, they played the perfect douchebag rich couple that don't care about anything. They don't care about the world. They do all these things under the guise of it's for the betterment of mankind, but really it's just to line their pockets. I thought, the movie's original, which is always going to get props from me.
It is original.
I don't think it's perfect, but I think I had a lot of fun with it. Yeah, it's just, it was a fun movie. I had a great time watching it.
Yeah, and I thought the gore and the kills with the unicorns were really good too. I mean, they weren't the most groundbreaking kills you've ever seen, but they were executed well. The gore looked good. Yeah. Like, a lot of the gore looked better than some of it in Gladiator 2 as well. Like, and it's mind-blowing considering it had a $235 million larger budget. But then again, that movie also had like Denzel, Joseph Quinn, Paul Mescal. And, those guys got paid. I can promise you that much. I thought Jenna Ortega was fine in this. I don't think she was anything groundbreaking. I don't think she's getting typecast, but she does need to pick something else besides just the awkward kid, the awkward person in the group. Like, she was kind of that in X, Beetlejuice. I'm assuming she's like that in Wednesday. I haven't seen it, but I've seen people online kind of say she's that, and she was like that in You as well, You season 2 or whatever.
In Scream, she's kind of like the secondary sister,
But that's my favorite role of hers, though, is Tara in the Scream movie.
She's really good, and she grew into it. But like I'm talking about when we first met her in the movie, I guess.
Yeah.
And then even in Scream 6, she's like in her sister's shadow. She's a little sister, like Anyway, go ahead.
Yeah, I'll be honest with you, I'm not familiar with Tia Leone's game, but I was a fan just of the on-screen presence.
I almost texted you in the theater and be like, I know you like Tia Leone, huh?
And you're right. I really didn't think this movie was funny, per se. Like, I didn't really laugh at it. But I did think Will Poulter had a good presence. Like, he did. Like, he brought some humor to it, like, in a Will Poulter way, if that makes any kind of sense. And like you mentioned, he could be just in the background, because there were several times he was in the background, but it was like his outfits he had on.
Yeah.
Or like he's doing like all these weird abstract things in the background. You're like, you're not even paying attention to what his mom and dad are doing. You're just looking at Will Poulter the whole time. So he does have good on-screen presence. I'd like to see him take on like a really weird role too, like put him in another A24 Neon movie, but have him do something strange. Like, I would like to see that. But that's really where my positive
for a little piece of change. Is that what you said?
No. That's not me, Day. I just want to see him take on a unique role. But that's really where my positive stop.
I'm looking forward to seeing Warfare. I think it releases next week or the week after, but it's another A24 movie, and he's in it. And, it's a war movie. It's an action drama. And so...
You sure? It's not about journalists taking pictures?
That is true. Civil War. What are you doing to me? But no, this one's actually about a platoon of Navy SEALs. So I think that I'm so excited to see him in that role, because I guarantee he's going to say something, because you know how military is portrayed. They're always joking and saying off-color comments when they're with themselves. So I guarantee he has some lines that are going to get a laugh out of me. But I'm excited to see him in a more serious role.
What are your cons for this movie?
None. Anyway, no, I'm just kidding. I think that some of the background acting was pretty awful. Trying to remember who it was, but like some of the yes men that we'd see, or some of the wait staff, is like, okay, they're I don't know, their line deliveries just seemed too cheesy and over the top, and not over the top, that's not the right word, too cheesy and too poorly delivered. Like, they didn't seem to be on the caliber or on par with the rest of the actors, which that's a tough ask. You got Paul Rudd, Jenna Ortega, Will Poulter, some great actors, but I thought that they weren't really good. I thought that I don't know how to really phrase this, but I don't think it felt like an independent movie, and that hurt me a little. Like, this is A24, and I know A24 is not your typical independent film studio because they are getting a lot of notoriety and their budgets are increasing. But this one didn't have a huge budget. Something about the movie, like, this just felt like a Universal movie. Like, it just felt like a Warner Brothers movie, like a major studios. Something about the look and feel. I can't put my finger on. I can't describe what it was, but it just didn't have that. Other than the story being weird, but
Story was weird.
But we get weird and independent art synonymous. Like, I don't know. It just I feel like independent movies, Neon and A24, are getting away from the look and feel of independent films, and that hurts me a little. But
do you think it should have had a smaller ratio, like screen ratio, maybe?
Maybe 4:3. Yeah, shout out Brian.
Black and white.
Well, black and white wouldn't have worked with the digital effects with the her like trip through the cosmos, which I think that's actually what I mean. Like that trip to the cosmos that she took when she grabbed the unicorn's horn.
I thought that was beautiful, though.
It was beautiful, but I don't know.
I don't know. It felt A24 to me. Like it was weird enough. Like I don't foresee Paramount doing nothing like this. I mean, they're gonna make another Scream movie. You know what I'm saying? Like no shame, but they're not doing Death of a Unicorn.
Maybe, I don't know. But no, I think that I think that you could have done it without the I touched its horn and it took me on a trip. I don't think we needed that. Because you could still have these mythical beasts that would shock any of us if we saw them. You still have that. You still have their blood has this healing power, all that. But we don't need the psychological thing. With I can't. It swept me up like a river current, and then Elliot saying, "I saw it too." I don't know. I didn't. That's not even really a con. It's just it didn't do anything for me. So.
No, I'm with you. I got you. I'm picking up what you're putting down.
Yeah. Okay.
Or my cons, I don't know. I can't lie. I'm like 20 to 30 minutes into the movie, and I'm really just ready for it to be over at this point. Like, I don't know, just the dialogue. Like, I don't know. It felt like it was really, really trying hard. Like, and this is just me. This is my perspective. It really tried hard to push home a message, and I was just kind of tired of it, to be honest with you, at this point. Because I think just because the media and the news is they push it so hard all the time. I don't know. I just wanted to disconnect a little bit and watch some unicorns, and that did start happening. But I don't know. I think it was just Paul Rudd's character. Like, I know you talk about his arc at the end, but he just lost me. Like, I wanted him to be the good guy. Like, I wanted him to be I love you, man, Peter Clavin. I wanted him to be like one of the more charming, but he's just a fucking peckerhead the whole movie. And then Jenna Ortega is just like, you know, the little hipster girl smoking her vape. She figures out the unicorn shit kind of conveniently, if you ask me. I don't know. Like, she just finds these scribes, like, you got to do this. You got to get them out of here. I don't know. It just.
Let me ask you this. Do you think the movie was hurt by having Paul Rudd cast? Because if that was someone else, because we have a positive feeling of Paul. We have an expectation of Paul Rudd. We have certain things we want from a Paul Rudd character. You think it was someone else that would have helped you?
Maybe. Because, I mean, Paul Rudd has a charm on screen. Like you mentioned with Will Poulter.
He's great.
Like he's
one
of
my favorites.
Yeah, same. Like, even forgetting Sarah Marshall. He's got a small role, but I love him in that role.
Now you got to do less than that.
Yeah,
now you're doing nothing.
Yeah. I don't know, man.
I know you loved him in Ant-Man too.
Yeah, loved Ant-Man. That was a great movie. What was he? A fire ant? I don't know. It's just, yeah, it's like Paul Rudd's supposed to, like, I would like to see Paul Rudd take on like a weird role too. Like, I want to see like these comedic guys take on, like, you know, like Hugh Grant and Heretic. Like, I would like to see Paul Rudd take something like that. I'd like to see Will Ferrell take something like that. Well, but you got to keep their charm where I still like them, even though they're still evil. To me, he just felt like a prick. You know, shout out Aaron Cabrera.
Paul Rudd was great in Perks of Being a Wallflower. I mean, it's not a weird role. He was just he was a teacher. But I feel you. But also, to your point about the message, and you just getting tired of how much they pushed it in, drove it home in this movie. That didn't bother me because I wanted to hate those rich people. And I did.
I did. Don't get me wrong, I did. but it's like I don't know. Maybe it was just too extra. Maybe just like sometimes like I don't know if you ever seen that show Yes Dear, but like
Yeah.
the brother, like the rich brother and like the poor brother-in-law, they go like to this resort or whatever. It's like, you don't want this cheese. It's too strong for you. It's like, I don't know. Maybe the cheese was just too strong for me. I don't know. It's like,
shout out to Jimmy. Yes, there's a great show.
dude, I love that show. Like, shout out Aaron Hafner too. He loves that show as well.
Yeah. Also,
I don't know.
Side note, Anthony Clark, I had to look up his real name. The guy that played Greg, he always kind of reminded me of Paul Rudd. Like they could be brothers.
Yeah, they could be cousins. Yeah. I don't know. It's just I don't mind movies like we're about to talk about another movie after this. How many times have we seen A Grief Story?
Yeah, that's fine. I definitely hear you. I guess it just for me,
it was just so over the top. Like they're rich pieces of shit, and it's just like, all right.
Isn't it ironic though that that's how it's portraying, but the movie's put out by Hollywood. Now, granted, it's an independent studio like we talked about, but still, it's Hollywood. So it's like people with the money.
What's Paul Rudd's net worth? Look that up for me, Jamie. Pull that up. I'm just kidding.
But no, I guess, and we'll talk about in the next movie because you brought it up there. But I guess when it comes to messages that we see nonstop, like it seems like Hollywood does get on themes like, this is the hot thing right now. Let's go. Every movie that touches on this, let's push it. So it does seem like we get them all at the same time. But I guess for me, it's just like the easiest way to put it is you like what you like. When it works, it works. And this one worked for me. I have seen the criticisms online. I've seen the ratings be all over the spectrum. Mine falls where it falls. I gave it a 4 out of 5 on Letterboxd because I thought that it was so fun.
Yeah, I gave it a 2 out of 5. Respectfully, of course, we're both big A24 fans, both A24 members, so we both are fans of the studio. Yeah. But it's like, I hear where you're coming from with his redemption arc, but it's like, it's too late for me. Like, I just don't care at this point. It's like, you should have believed Jenna Ortega or your daughter a long time ago.
Yeah.
It's like he tried way too. It's like they find a unicorn and they somehow are strong enough to pick it up and throw it in the back of this SUV. It still drives somehow. And it's like you're still hamming it up to him, and like you just keep getting caught in all these lies. I don't know.
Dude, come on.
It wasn't the worst movie I've ever seen.
She's an art student. You're going to believe her? Just kidding. Shout out to all of our art major listeners. That was a jokey joke.
Yeah, I mean, if they listen to us at this point, 700 episodes into the show at this point, you got to have a sense of humor. If you're sensitive, just fuck off.
All I'm saying is I don't need anyone out there rearranging their crystals on their mantle and putting any hexes on me. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah. Yeah, final thoughts, Dustin. Like, it's worth a watch. It's worth a watch. Even if you just want to see the kills are cool.
Yeah.
The unicorn stuff is cool.
Yeah. And this is a movie, like, there's a lot of movies that I see. I mean, I've seen, let me pull it up, Jamie. I can't believe you said that. It's going to be stuck in my head. So, to date, this is March 31st, 2025 as we're recording. To date, this year, in 2025, I've watched 159 movies. I've been to the theater, I think, 35 times now. So there's a lot of movies I watch that I'm like, oh, it'd be cool if we review this one. This one's a movie that I'm going to pick pretty soon as I can because I think that you'll like it better on the second watch. That's my challenge.
I might. I really might. I thought about that.
I think you will. So I'm excited, and it's always fun to make Brian and Randy Smith watch A24 movies. Shout out to Randy, go Dogs.
Oh, fuck the dogs. Fuck them. But anywho, Dustin, final thoughts before we just jump into our third instant reaction?
Let's do the third.
All right, shout out A24.